All right, guys, so today we are going to be doing unit number 4 lab, and we're going to be kind of looking at electromagnets. All right, so the reason why electromagnets are super important is because we use them all the time. We use them everyday life. We've kind of talked about it in the lecture. But another reason when we talked about this in lecture as well is because it kind of broke way into this idea of electromagnetic induction. Okay, so remember, an electromagnet is when we take electricity and we're able to create a magnetic force, which is what we're going to be able to do today. Okay. And what we were able to kind of move into was sort of this reverse engineering thing where we started to get this idea, well, if we can use electricity to create a magnetic force, can we use a magnet to create electricity? Okay? And we can, and that's what we use in small engines when we're talking about magnetos. Okay, remember that magneto, as it spins, has magnets on it, creates a magnetic field. Magnetic field collapses, which creates electricity. Okay, so we do use electromagnets all the time. We use electromagnetic induction all the time. All right, so what we're going to be able to do today is we're actually going to be able to create electromagnets, and one of those is actually we're going to kind of use our compass as an example today. So as you guys know, compasses rely on the use of poles, whether it be the North Pole, South Pole. So what I've done is I have found the North Pole for the most part. Might be off a degree or two, but I have found the North Pole for the most part. Okay? So what I've done is I've actually created a electromagnet using a battery, okay, some alligator clips, and then a wooden dowel and some wire. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we should be able to see this compass move a little bit as I move it kind of back and forth. All right, we're not really seeing any movement at all. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is in your lab, and question 1 is, okay, why do you think we're not really seeing any movement in terms of the compass needle? Okay, because we should have been able to create a magnetic force using the electricity and the wire, but for some reason we were not. Okay, so I want you guys to go ahead and answer. Question 1 is, why do you think we are not seeing really any movement with the compass needle? Okay. Now the second, so we didn't get much movement there. So what I did is I decided to recreate this. Okay, change up the design a little bit. And I actually made a new electromagnet out of an iron nail and then that same wire. Okay, so let's see if this has any better effect on it. Okay, well, nothing right there. Okay, but you see, as we start to move it, we can see that needle start to move a little bit. Okay, as we kind of move back and forth. All right, so there we go. Okay, so question 2 for your lab is, why do you think that we saw such a big change when we switched from a wooden dowel, or a wooden stick essentially, to a iron needle? Okay. All right. So, and one thing that you'll notice is that even on this iron nail, there is a North Pole and there is a sort of South Pole. Okay, see right there, that's the North Pole. Okay, it is still pointing north right there. Okay, but as I start to move it, it wants to start to drift a little bit farther towards the south, or get off of that north side. Okay, so see, so that this is a real good indicator of the fact that we have definitely a North Pole and sort of a South Pole here on this nail. Okay, so see. Now another cool thing about this is, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be this close. Like, we can kind of get the same reaction even if we start to move it a little bit away. Okay, we can start to get the same reaction there. Okay, it doesn't have to be right close, which is pretty cool about electromagnets as well. Okay, so like I said, question 2 is, why do you think we got a better reaction out of the electromagnet made with an iron nail? All right, so that is today's experiment. Something pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Go ahead and you guys, there was only 2 questions in this lab. Go ahead and answer the remaining questions that are in the lab assignment. All right, guys, have a good day.